the heart of a bustling city stood a small cafe known as Luna's Haven. It was here that artists, writers, and dreamers gathered to find solace and inspiration from each other. Among them was Sophie, a young woman with her notebook always open but rarely filled. She occupied the same corner table each day, lost in her thoughts yet hesitant to put pen to paper. Sophie dreamed of becoming a novelist, with worlds and characters swirling in her mind, longing to be expressed. However, day after day, the pages remained blank, her pen poised but still. One day, Mateo, the friendly barista, noticed her ritual of silent writing and approached her. He asked, "Why don't you write?" His voice was warm and inviting, encouraging Sophie to share her thoughts. "I'm waiting for inspiration," Sophie answered, revealing her struggle. She wished for the perfect moment, when everything would align to spark her creativity. Mateo chuckled softly and offered his wisdom. "Dreams without action remain shadows," he said, suggesting that waiting was not the path to fulfilling her dreams. Curious, Sophie asked what he meant. He pointed to a wall adorned with his own photographs, capturing life in vibrant shades. Each image represented a moment he had turned into art. "I wanted to be a photographer for years," he revealed, "but I didn't take action until I borrowed an old camera. My first attempts were terrible, yet I persisted. Now my work is showcased for all to see." Sophie stared at the photographs, realizing the stories they conveyed. They were filled with life, reflecting joy and beauty in the simplest of moments. "But what if I fail?" Sophie murmured, her fingers grazing her notebook's edge with trepidation. Mateo smiled kindly, saying, "Then you learn and try again. Dreams aren't meant to be perfect. They are meant to be pursued and discovered through action." That night, Sophie returned home, determined to break free from her fears. She wrote her first sentence. "Today, I will no longer fear my shadows." It was a small step, but it marked the beginning. With each passing day, Sophie wrote more, filling her notebook with rough drafts and unpolished ideas. Slowly, the shadows of her dreams began to materialize on the pages. Years later, Sophie re-entered Luna's Haven, now a successful novelist with 2 published books. Mateo greeted her with a grin, holding a copy of her latest work. "I finished your new book," he said, beaming with pride. "Incredible. You did it." Sophie laughed joyfully. "I just stopped waiting for inspiration." As Mateo raised his coffee cup, she realized the truth in his words. Dreams come alive when they step out of shadows into the light of action.